Good morning, everyone. Happy Tuesday. I wanted to share something briefly with you guys. This past weekend, I went to the nail salon, and the lady who does my eyebrows, she really started asking me a couple of personal questions. And one of the questions that she asked me was, am I single? And I said, yeah. And then she said, well, have you been married before? Do you have any kids? And I was like, yeah. I said, I was married before. I got 2 children. And she was like, so you don't have a man, you have 2 kids, you're a single mother. Are you happy? And I was like, absolutely. And she asked me why. And so I told her, I said, well, I've gotten to a point where I know what I want. I've learned to accept things for what they were instead of what I wanted them to be. I've learned how to forgive people. I said, I've learned how to forgive myself. I just started going through the whole healing process to get back to my happy place, mind, body, and spirit. And she said, and then that's when she ended up telling me that she's no longer married and that she was married for 26 years. And she was like, I couldn't be any more happier than I am now. And I said, so you weren't happy in your marriage? And she said, I wasn't. And when I was on my way home, I just started thinking about it because this is what my segment is about. It's about owning your happiness and thinking about her and being married for 26 years and not being happy just goes to show that you can't bring somebody in your life to make you happy. Now, I'm not saying that that was her particular situation because she could have been happy and brought that person in and they could have basically just changed the whole direction of her happiness. But the point of it all is that we got to stop thinking that the solution to our relationship problems is to bring somebody else in. In other words, have you ever seen people who just jump from relationship to relationship to relationship to relationship, but it's never them? It's always the other person who's causing a problem in the relationship. Now, I'm not discounting people and what they do wrong, but what I am saying is that you got to take some type of accountability. I mean, if you finding yourself going from relationship, just jumping over and over and over and over again, I mean, it got to be something within you that is making this happen all the time. And you can't honestly be in a meaningful relationship if you haven't healed from things that need to be healed, or if you haven't fixed things that needed to be fixed in your life. And for most people, they may say, well, you're single. Who are you to say this because you're not even in a relationship? And I'm not. But what I will say is that there was a certain time within this single period that I didn't need to be in a relationship. I wasn't ready for a relationship. I had some issues that I needed to sort out. I had some baggage that I needed to let go. And nobody could fix that but me. Sometimes we want to bring people in to fix our problems, but the only person who can fix your problems is you. You can't expect someone else to fix what's broken in your life. And so when I learned how to heal from those things, and when I really got to a point where I was happy again, it made me realize that, okay, if I have somebody in my life, I can give them my full self and they can give me their full self. See, one thing about being in a relationship, you never want to feel like you're being shortchanged just because someone is still damaged. Because I don't think a person can fully love you if they're still hurt from something that occurred in their past that you had nothing to do with. And I also want to point out to most people about being single is that it's not always about being in a relationship. It's so funny to me that when you are single, people sometimes act like, you have a disease. Like, oh my God, I can't believe you're not with anybody. And I'm like, well, first of all, being single is not always about having a relationship with somebody. It's about finding who you are and having a relationship with yourself. Knowing what you want, knowing who you are, fixing things in your life that need to be fixed, healing from things in your life that need to be healed, forgiving. It's a process so that when you are happy and you're in your happy space and you bring somebody in, you guys can create a lifetime of memories together. So I wanted to share this with everybody because I honestly think that we all want love. And I think love is an awesome thing. But until you are completely healed the love that you can get from somebody else will be very limited, because you're going to bring that baggage and it's going to come in between you two, and you guys can't really grow and blossom like you were designed to do. So if you like this video, please share it with other people, because we need to know that nobody can be your happiness. The only time you need to bring somebody in your life is to allow them to add to your current happiness. So until next time, guys, own your happiness, own your peace, and own your great.